snapped with an 80-73 victory.
By the way, those numbers were the top 4 scorers for each team. So they're really even.
Mountaineers start on offense. 19-13 on the season. They went 12-6 in the Sun Belt. Delph, high off the glass. App has the early lead.
He's one of the top 4. Both teams predominantly play man-to-man. They can mix in a little three-quarter stuff depending on pressure. Here we go.
Three-pointer off the mark by Corey Allen. Allen just 4 of 17 shooting and 1 of 9 on his threes in the victory over the Red Wolves yesterday. Starting 5 for the Mountaineers: Forrest, Almonacey, Gregory, Delph, and Lewis. Delph, first team All-Sun Belt. Almonacey, who was the most outstanding player in this tournament a year ago, misses his first shot of the game. Panthers starting 5: Sosime, Roberts, Allen, Williams, and Thomas, as Allen cans a three-pointer.
Good job to throw it in and kick it right back to Corey Allen behind that line. Both of these backcourts predominantly do all their work behind the line. Yeah, they can drive, but they go behind the line so they can spread it out for the post players.
Mountaineers just 4-4 in the month of February after a 6-game winning streak and 8-2 Sun Belt start. Forrest picks up right where he left off last night.
James Lewis Jr. with a little handoff screen, and Forrest pays it off big time. Boy, if he can keep this thing going, they're going to be tough to stop.
What a pick-me-up if Justin Forrest can return to the form that he had a year ago when he won first team All-Sun Belt honors.
There's a little twist for the Mountaineers. They rarely do that. They played this pack line defense, and the ball went on the first pass, and they trapped it.
Dustin Kearns, 54 and 39 at the helm of this Mountaineers program, third season. Revitalized does not even begin to describe what he's done for the App State program.
There's the trap again.
Inside, and the ball out of bounds off the hands of Jalen Thomas, but touched last by the Mountaineers. Georgia State's got 2 on the shot clock.
Tried to go high-low Sosime to Thomas, but not a lot of time left. Gonna be a quick one here.
Roberts, the inbounds, comes to Allen, and Allen got fouled on the three-point. No, he did not. It's gonna be a shot clock violation on Georgia State.
Got a piece of that shot. Unfortunately, the people that pay big bucks for the tickets block our view from that corner of the floor. There's a shot of it.
Yeah, that's just nothing but ball.
Donovan Gregory got it. Georgia State coming a little full court action. Get to the legs of these shooters, I would think it's part of that plan.
It's going to be interesting, the approach to this game for both of these coaches, since the two teams are so familiar with each other. Coach Kearns said you don't want to overcoach the game.
Yeah, but only one day to prep as well. It's not like they're going to go over an in-depth scouting report. They know exactly what the guy their guard is going to do. When the player went zig, the ball went zag. Turnover Appalachian.
Meantime, Rob Lanier says they try to anticipate the judgments that they will make. Some things they just do so well, you got to live with them. And the ball goes into the corner. Turnover by Roberts as he bounced the pass to Thomas. There's Rob Lanier, 51 and 29 in his third season. 7th season overall. Was on the Tennessee coaching staff before taking the Georgia State job.
Letting Forrest bring it up instead of Almonacey. You see Appalachian has a tough time just getting it in bounds because of the full court man-to-man. Justin
Forrest, the miss off the iron, and the rebound controlled by Sosime.
Well, Sosime showed me a lot of warrior qualities yesterday's game. Big-time warrior.
Roberts misses the 3, and a foul on the Panthers coming over the back. Sosime.
Justin Forrest stuck a butt into him, and Sosime, the only way he could get it was go over his back. First foul on the big man for the Panthers. straight across from us. Rob Lanier did not like that call and told the official about it.
5-3 lead, App State.
Interesting matchup. Look who's guarding at the top of the circle, Donovan Gregory. Jalen Thomas.
Forrest sets the screen. Now Monesi hits the three-pointer. That's a big pick-me-up for App State. Monesi and Delp combined for 1 for 9 on their threes against Georgia Southern.
That's a big pick-me-up for Monesi by himself, considering what he did in this building last year.
Hit 20 3-pointers in the tournament, a Sun Belt record.
Here we go.
Three-pointer by Allen. Allen's already got one more than he hit yesterday. He's got 2 in the game. Kane Williams.
I was just going to say, Mountaineers got to be really careful getting it in bounds because of the pressure, and they just turned it over for a quick 2 by Georgia State.
Kane Williams is a ball stealer extraordinaire. Game tied at 8. Williams guarding Delp tightly. Forrest rises up. So Seme gets the rebound.
See, the Mountaineers go with the handoff more than the high ball screen because it's just more effective, it's more efficient.
Inside they go, Jalen Thomas. Thomas does not get it to fall, and the rebound controlled by the Mountaineers. Gregory down on one knee, gets it out of there. Forrest kicks to Lewis. Lewis had his shot challenged by Sosime, and here come the Panthers.
Jalen Thomas was laying in the lane. Luckily, nobody got hurt on that. Monty trying to guard Sosime inside. That's a mismatch all night long.
In traffic, Eliel Sosime scores his first points of the game.
Great recognition by the Panthers. In transition, you got to pick up who you pick up, and Almonte got the short end of that deal trying to guard Sosime inside.
10-8 lead, Georgia State. Monesi had it swiped from behind. Extraordinary Justin Roberts goes all the way and drops it off for Thomas.
The aggressors have been the Panthers on defense, and now it's paying off with buckets.
Ball hawking defense by the Panthers. They already have 2 steals.
This is not a steal the ball kind of press. This is a wear down your opponent kind of press.
Delp drives the other tournaments outside of the NIT. Delp, 13 points, 3 of 12 shooting, but 7 of 8, played 38 minutes in the victory yesterday against Georgia Southern. Evan Johnson in there running the point for the Panthers. Kane Williams is the 3rd all-time leading scorer in Panthers history. Lob inside for Thomas, hit the backboard.
Well, pick and roll Hudson to Thomas, just a bad pass.
Forrest trying to spin around. Evan Johnson gets called for the hook. First personal foul on Forrest.
Bart Lennox is standing right in front of us, and this is the same view you have. Watch his left arm. He just hooks him there, and that's the official across called it. Great view, as you had from our great camera work.
2-point lead Panthers, 7 minutes in.
A lot of subs in there both ways.
Hudson puts it on the floor, and there's contact. And that's going to be an offensive foul, and Rob Lanier can't believe it.
Big time play by Michael Eads to get it and take the blow dead in the chest. You don't have to be stationary. You have to be in a legal guarding position. Watch 10 Eads. He was there. It's more of Hudson's move into him, I think, that was the offensive foul.
Eads hit a big 3 for the Mountaineers in the victory against the Eagles yesterday as well. Almonacey got a screen from Duhart. Gregory working against Hudson.
Yeah, they saw the mismatch, going to take advantage of it.
Kick out, Eads cans a three-pointer and turns and says something to the Georgia State bench. App State on top.
Eads gave the ball to his leader and then ran across the court, and they cleared the whole right side out of the court.
Jalen Thomas shoots Georgia State back into the lead.
Coach Kern's calling this set from the sidelines.
Inside pass to Duhart. Reverse layup. Nice speed there by Gregory.
Great patience by the Mountaineers, and got a layup out of it.
You know, you see why Dustin Kearns calls Gregory their Draymond Green Swiss Army knife. He just does so many things for him.
And does them all well, as does Draymond Green.
I was getting ready to say. That's why he's comparing him to Draymond Green.
Warriors were missing Green. He was out with an injury.
Yeah, heart and soul of that Warriors team. Big three-pointer by Kane Williams.
Panthers backed off that full court after the bucket pressure, I should say. Mountaineers are never in a hurry on offense in the half court. They're so efficient, and they know they can go to a guy late in the clock and he can come through.
Offensive foul.
The game last night, he was cheering and jumping up and down, so he's okay. Is he okay to play? We're going to find out.
Georgia State has hit their last 4 shots. They lead by 2. Inside, so Sime got his man in the air and put it in off the glass.
Excellent job. With a little hesitation by Soseme and a little shot fake against Duhart.
He had 10 points, 12 rebounds against Arkansas State. It was his 3rd double-double in 4 Sun Belt tournament games. Delp hit the 3.
Eads had a shot, Delp had a better shot.
All Sun Belt first team after earning 3rd team honors a year ago. Panthers lead is 1. Backdoor cut, and Allen missed it.
Mountaineers don't get a bunch of their points in transition, but they'll take advantage of it.
Duhart the miss, Johnson the rebound. Inside, so Sime battling against Duhart. Duhart got the rebound. Good defense by Duhart. Got to be careful to check your emotions in a big game like this. Delp high off glass. Seems to me like Soseme's getting a little bit frustrated with the physicality of the game in the paint.
Delp saw the freshman Jaheim Hudson on him, and his eyes lit up. Top of the circle right by him.
And a three-pointer. Corey Allen has hit 3 of those. Panthers lead by 2. Now apparently one of the Allen shots was not a 3, so he's got 8 points. That was the one that was not a 3. We're shielded from that end of the court, by the way. It's hard for us to see down there. Almonacey hits the bucket.
Almonacey's starting to heat up a little bit here. I don't care if it's 2s or 3s. It's good for him to see it go through the net.
Johnson rises up. 3-pointer from the top of the circle.
We're playing basketball now. Here we go. These are 2 powerful offensive teams, and they're showing it. Here comes the full court press again.
24-22, Panthers on top.
Georgia State shooting 63%. Appalachian State way behind them at 62%.
2 teams have combined 18 of 31. 8 of 13 on 3s. Love it. Hung on the rim, came down on the wrong side of it for Apps. 24-22, Panthers leading. 80-73 win for App in last year's championship game. And Almonacey had 32 and 6 threes. Drive, and Delp lost it. Kane Williams leads the break. On and through, missed it. So Semi gets the offensive rebound. He gets tied up by Gregory, and the possession arrow in favor of the Panthers.
I think they called the foul on Gregory, I mean.
That is on Gregory,
Yeah,
you're right.
I thought it was a jump ball as well.
First personal on Gregory, 3 team fouls on App.
James Lewis just slapped it out of bounds after taking it on the sideline.
So Roberts will bring it in and get it back. Gonna drive, kick. Allen's already got 2 threes. He's got 3.
Nice little touch pass to get the ball to Allen. That was special.
First player in double figures.
These are 2 quality basketball teams with a powerful offense, and they're showing it off.
Delp drives on through and lays it in.
Man, how did he get through those 2 guys?
He's in double figures. He has 11. Delp scored only 13 in yesterday's quarterfinal.
You heard in a football game, last team to touch it wins. It might be the same in this basketball game.
Allen gets out of it. Floater on the baseline, over the rim. Duhart the rebound.
Good job by App to close out on Justin Roberts on that baseline drive on the right. Not give him an easy one.
Delp goes on in, had his shot contested and blocked. And Allen tries to save it and tumbles through the cheerleaders.
Adrian Delp, big and strong, but the defense was a little better to block that one. Appalachian will keep the ball with half the shot clock left.
These 2 teams are so talented, different stars every night.
Which is great because you don't have to rely on one, and the other team can't stop just one. Zone defense by Georgia State, 2-3.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Kane Williams. He is a thief. Already has 1 steal in this game after swiping 7 yesterday against Arkansas State, including the game winner. 12 seconds on the clock. Arkansas State playing for a game-tying 3. Stole the ball, sealed the victory. Step back, Delp. Rebound, Thomas.
Only had 8 to shoot it. That's why he put Almonacey back in, but that was a good shot, just didn't fall.
Williams attacking the lane. Shot blocked by Delp.
Oh, what a play.
And off of Kane Williams. What great hustle by Adrian Delp.
Good move by Kane Williams. Better defense by Adrian Delp. Not only does he block the shot, watch what he does afterwards. Blocks it and then throws it off the offensive player to give the ball back to the Mountaineers.
He leads the Sun Belt in minutes played per game. Coach Kern says it's hard to take him off the floor because a tired play by him is better than a play from anybody else.
He makes you look like a really smart coach by leaving him in there.
Gregory, man down, hits the bucket.
Evan Johnson, a freshman, was on him, and they called it from the bench. Get him the basketball. Dustin Kearns wants a flop call on that one.
That's the first basket for Gregory. Allen, man down on the floor in the paint, and the foul's going to be on the Panthers.
On Justin Roberts, number 2. He tried to set the screen and moved and knocked the defender down.
5 team fouls on Georgia State.
Watch Justin Roberts after he hands it off. Yeah, you got to be stationary. Forrest runs right into him, but he couldn't avoid him.
1-point lead, Georgia State.
He took advantage of the freshman Evan Johnson last time. See if they do it again. 0 in black.
Forrest
get out of my way.
Traffic, yep. Almonacey comes to get it on the wing. Now Gregory matched up against Allen, backing him in. Force drives the baseline. Shot clock violation. Did not get rid of it in time.
Appalachian cleared out the right side. Great defense by Georgia State, and they forced Forrest to a bad shot, and even if it went in, it was after the shot clock.
7 turnovers for App. They have the #1 scoring defense in the Sun Belt, giving up just 62.3 points per game. Ten on the shot clock. Ball goes to Thomas. Johnson, three-pointer, grazed the iron. To the corner it goes. Here comes Almonacci out of there to Gregory. Dell, long three, bombs it. App back on top. Delp on fire. Second three, he's got 14.
Forrest to Delp for a big one momentum-wise.
Another collision.
We showed you the numbers on the top 4 scorers. Both teams with 11 field goals, one 11 to 20, one 11 to 21.
Allen, three, number 4. Georgia State back on top by 1. 4 of 6. Allen and Delp in a shootout. They got 14 points apiece.
Why didn't you guard him, people are asking? Because he was too far away to get to.
Had to take an Uber to get to him. See if Delp launches again. Nearly lost the dribble. Almonacci with 6 on the clock. Did not get the bounce. Kane Williams brings it up. Bounce pass. One pass too many. Ends up off the foot of the Mountaineers.
Sissemi had a good look. Tried to get it to Jalen Thomas. Jalen Thomas tried to get it back to Sissemi, and too many passes interior-wise.
At times, Jalen Thomas perhaps lacks confidence in the paint offensively. They've worked on him to try to be more aggressive. Ball stolen away by Duhart on the inbounds. Delp gets in there deep. Rebound Sissemi.
With authority, a rebound.
Williams drops it off for Thomas.
It looked like they were too close and made it cause some problems, but Williams with a great pass, Thomas with the easy lay-in.
3-point lead Panthers.
It's a blowout, 3 points.
Both teams have enjoyed a 5-point lead for their largest lead of the game. So not a lot of separation between these two in the first 17 and a half minutes. Lewis hands it off to Gregory. Gregory, shot blocked by Duhart standing there. Almonacci gets it right back, down to 3 on the clock. Now with 2, gets it off in time, and shot clock violation, but the Panthers already had the ball anyway.
A lot easier to play defense for 6 seconds than 30.
Allen bounces in, so Sissemi off the glass.
Good job by Sissemi, good body control, not to barrel into the defender and just lay it in.
Working on another solid game, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and a block.
Duhart was right there, but he went over him.
Under 2 to go, first half. Stolen away by Moore. Allen, a deep 3, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by App.
Sissemi's upset because he had perfect position on the weak side and didn't get it. Keep possession, but he didn't get it. He had an easy putback if he did.
Allen took that 3 from the Hercules Tire logo.
Yes, he did. Right from the S in Hercules. Oh, they lost him.
Johnson, long kick out rebound to Duhart.
Very lucky for the Mountaineers right there. Johnson had a wide open 3.
Delp working against Corey Allen, got a little too fancy with the dribble and dribbled it out of bounds. What a fun game here in the semifinals. Panthers have matched their largest lead at 5. 7-0 run.
Coach Lanier wants to clear out one side, looks like, from the call.
And foul. Is this on Delp underneath?
They're going to look for a flagrant here because
put Georgia State on top, biggest lead, and he doesn't do it.
He's laughing about it too because he knows this is like practice. There's nobody around.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in Panthers history. In fact, holds the record for assists and makes coming into this tournament. Kane Williams had hit 67 of his last 77, but he was only 6 of 9, and I say only 6 of 9. He missed 3 big ones late in the game yesterday. Allen working against Delp. What a battle that has been tonight.
2 very talented gentlemen.
5 on the shot clock. Williams trying to step through and get a shot off. Johnson fires. Delp gets the rebound.
Mountaineers survived that. The flagrant one, they only got 1 point for Georgia State out of it.
Last 3 minutes, Mountaineers 0 for 4 on their shots, and they've committed 3 turnovers. Eight on the shot clock. Almanasi rises up, grazed the iron. Gregory got the rebound. 11 seconds in the half.
Good job by Donovan McGregor, keep the possession alive.
Almanasi, deep 3 off the backboard. 3 seconds. Kane Williams, Allen at the horn, buried it.
Just went crazy what he did.
Back to live action. Corey Allen with 17 points, 5 of 7 shooting in that first half, including a buzzer beater to give the Panthers their biggest lead of the game, 9. We have a whistle and something going against the Panthers here.
Corey Allen's last one was as deep as he could get it, but gave big momentum going in.
Let's take a look at the Bank Plus first half stats.
Shooting percentage a little better for Georgia State, but look at the bottom 2. Points off turnovers, huge for Georgia State, and boy, are they sharing the rock. 14-5 assists. Everything else pretty even.
Bank Plus, it's more than a name, it's a promise. Member FDIC. That ends an 11-0 drought. Actually, does not end an 11-0 drought. Foul's going to be called on App. Just having trouble getting out of second gear here. Gregory is called for the foul, and that'll be number 2 on him.
That flagrant foul kind of stopped the action, but just told us that was not a foul, just a violation. But that flagrant foul kind of stopped the action, but really pumped up Georgia State to have a big push to take it to the half. Obviously, they talked about the deep shooting for the Panthers. Mountaineers got to get in their face a little bit.
Thomas lost it, went and got it. 7 seconds to go, and 3-point attempt by Allen hit the iron this time. Here comes Almanasi with the run out for App. Forrest backing in against Roberts. Rebound Soseme, ended up on his back, and a foul is going to be called on App.
Soseme ended up on the ground, but James Lewis Jr. caught something in the face.
That'll be number 1 on him. Let's check in with Shelby to find out what Dustin Kearns had to say.
App State head coach Dustin Kearns told me that they have to throw off Georgia State's rhythm because they are making tough shots. He told his team, you have to do a better job making Georgia State miss shots by trusting your defense. He said specifically Georgia State guard Corey Allen is locked in, and his team is missing some defensive assignments when it comes to covering him. So watch out for App State to give Allen extra attention in the second half.
Soseme didn't miss the dunk. 11-point lead, Georgia State.
Talked about the backcourt taking over the emphasis in the game. Boy, Soseme just took it back for the bigs.
Almonacci passes it out of bounds.
Sesame just slips. James Lewis forgets about him. Sesame makes him pay. What a dunk.
8.6 rebounds for Soseme. Kane Williams, floater off the iron, Delp the rebound.
Doubling the ball because they know James Lewis Jr. is not a shooter from out there.
Forrest drives the baseline. There's contact. No whistle. Lewis gets the ball out of the air, and a foul's going to be called on the Panthers on the floor. So Sime's going to be called for the foul. That'll be number 2 on him.
A lot of contact on that drive before the foul was called. Here's the drive. Nothing there. James Lewis Jr. gets it, and then he gets fouled. Nothing called there. I should rephrase that.
Forrest doesn't have the stroke that he had last night. He's 1 for 6.
Mountaineers got to tighten up on this end and just got to find a way to make it go through the net.
Inside Thomas, rebound Delp. Delp doing everything for him right now. Gets in there, shot swatted out of bounds.
Chance for the Mountaineers here to get an open shot because of screens, because they don't have a lot of good looks. Georgia State's really playing some serious D.
Gregory drive. Assertive play by Donovan Gregory to finally end the drought for App.
It's a simple concept, but it's not simple to do. You get your head and shoulders past the defender right there, you win. Now can you score and get the bucket and the foul? And he just did. We'll see if he can make the free throw.
Sub-ins, Evan Johnson and Colin Moore. So Seme and Roberts going to the bench. Gregory had 17 points, 9 rebounds against Georgia Southern. Long kick out rebound, gonna go out of bounds, and it was last touched by the Panthers.
Yeah, Corey Allen hit it last. Appalachian, after the missed free throw, is gonna get a break and get it back. Reset the shot, it's clock 2:20.
In essence, they can turn this into a 4-point possession.
They need this kind of break to get back in this thing. Guys in the black shirts gonna play some D against him, trying to take his right hand away from him.
Dealt between the legs, gets into the paint, missed the fadeaway. Rebound under there and tied up Gregory. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Really smart move by Gregory to go up and get the foul call. A lot of black shirts around him. I thought he was going to maybe turn it over, but he just said, heck, let me just go up in the air. He's got the strength to do it, and he's got the smarts. Look at all the black shirts around him here. Doesn't panic, doesn't walk, and eventually just finds a way to get up in the air. No way the ball's going in, but he's getting 2 free throws out of it.
Gregory at the line, strokes it, cuts the Panthers' lead to 8. Eads will check in. Foul is on Moore for the Panthers. That's his first. 3 team fouls on Georgia State here in the opening 4 minutes.
Like a hockey game, the ball is stayed at this end of the floor for the Mountaineers. Then they got to get a stop at the other end. Georgia State needs to get in and out.
2 for 4 on his free throws on that power play, if you will.
That's what it was.
Allen rises up, sinks it. 6 3-pointers for Corey Allen. He has 20.
It was really deep, and Adrian Delp couldn't get there. And Corey Allen stuck it. Big time shot.
Allen came into the game 1,922 points. Number 6 all-time three-point shooter in Georgia State history. Top 15 of the nation among active career three-point shooters. Gregory had it stolen away by Kane Williams.
Looks up the shot clock's going to take his time. I don't blame him. Get a good one.
Allen driving. Bounce pass back to Thomas. Panthers lead by 13. It's their biggest lead of the game.
That's Jalen Thomas's game right there. The 12-footer facing the bucket, and he's so good at it. I've watched tape. I've seen him do that numerous times. I bet he practices thousands of times.
This is an 18-3 run for the Panthers. They closed the first half 11-0, and they've outscored App 7-3 to start the second half.
Great double team.
Delp fires it up there and hit the rim as the horn was going. Duhart
On the
3-team on App.
On the side of the free throw, I guess. Didn't take the bucket away. Free throw's still good.
Matt Stewart, Nate Ross, Shelby Coppage, thanks for joining us. Our final semifinal. And Williams, the miss underneath, the dish by Moore. So Sime had a shot blocked. He hangs with it.
Duhart got it. Great block.
Such incredible hustle by Sosime.
Oh, he's a warrior. He showed me that last night.
To the wing, Johnson knocked down on his three-point attempt. He'll get 3 free throws.
Great effort to keep the ball alive for the Panthers, and Johnson ends up with it. Allen with the kick and the nice dish. Almonacci gets him as he puts it up. It was definitely behind the line. He's going to get 3.
Panthers just 1 for 2 on free throws. That's because they've been launching bombs all game. They haven't even been anywhere near the paint to get fouled. And they weren't on this one either. They got fouled on a 3-point attempt.
And even with that said, Sosemi's staying in the basketball game. He's got 8 points and 7 rebounds. He's getting the misses, but he's getting his points as well. But it was a backcourt duel for most of the first half.
Winner will play Louisiana for the Sun Belt Championship tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central Time, local time here in Pensacola. Mike Morgan and Coach Mark Wise will have the call for you on that one on ESPN2.
This Heat has taken the ball away a couple times, but it's just giving the Mountaineers something else to think about to get it up the court cleanly.
Forrest kick to the corner and Eads nailed it.
Well, he comes off the bench, all he does is make threes. Last night and tonight.
2 tonight. Lead back down to 9 for the Panthers. So Sime missed the runner. Got his own miss and stuck it in.
What an effort play. Forrest made the dive to get the steal, and Sosemi took advantage of it, missed. Stick-to-itiveness extraordinaire for the putback.
10 points, 8 rebounds for Sosime.
Unbelievable competitor the kid is. Missed games early because of an injury, but boy, he's back and they really love him.
Out of Kinshasa, Congo. Forrest the miss. 1 for 7 for Justin Forrest.
Johnson's like, let's go, set the screen for me, please.
Fouled on App. Duhart whistled, 1 on him, 6. Pardon me, 5th. Jumped the gun on it. It's going to be the 5th foul. Duhart goes to the bench. 2 teams met in the regular season twice. They split 61-60 home loss to the Panthers on January 20th, and then a 58-49 road win in Boone on February 12th. Johnson pulls up. Approaching 12 minutes to go in regulation. Corey Allen Wraparound pass to Soseme.
Great vision on the pass and obviously the finish.
Corey Allen now has 7 assists in this game.
Well, they got basically an assist in every bucket. They got to spread him out to somebody.
20 points, 7 assists. He might get a double-double that way. That's the hard way.
Yes, it is.
Forrest misses on his 3, and Soseme the rebound. Now just 1 rebound shy of a double-double again. Pick and roll. Williams gets it back. 15 on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock. Williams rises up. Back iron, rebound, each. Williams just 2 of 7 shooting in this game. Delp fading away, nestles it in.
Really tough shot in the lane, but he finished it. Now they get, Mountaineers got to think score, stop, score for a couple, 3 times.
First points of the half for Delp after he'd scored 14 in the first half. Johnson off the iron. Forrest picks it up, brings it up.
It's a score and a stop. Now they got to get some at this end.
Delp bounces it into the post. Been away from his family for 6 years, a native of the Congo. Finally had an opportunity for his sister to come see him play in his first game back from that back injury. He was only going to play 6 minutes, but because his sister was there, he was like, "Coach, you can't take me out." He went 22.
He wouldn't let him take him out of the game.
10-point lead Panthers, approaching 10 to go. Ball is thrown over to our direction, and Williams is there to get it. And a foul is going to be called on Delp. 3 on him. 6 in the half for the Mountaineers.
Corey Allen just ducked under, Kane Williams just ducked under Delp. And he had to call the foul, but Delp's like, what else could I do?
Williams bounces it back to Thomas. Step back at the foul line. Delp the rebound. They haven't gotten anything else from anybody, much of anything other than Delp. Gonna launch a 3 and hit it off the iron. Johnson the rebound. Somebody's got to step up other than Adrian Delp if the Mountaineers gonna come back and win.
He's got 16, but he can't beat a whole team by himself. You're absolutely right. It's got to start at this end. They got to get multiple stops.
Hudson, and that's going to be a blocking foul.
When the official points down like that, that means his foot or feet were inside the restricted arc. So it's always a charge.
Second on Lewis, 7th team, so the Panthers shooting bonus from here on out.
Watch James Lewis Jr.
He's outside the restricted.
Yes, he is. Well, that left foot, you can't be in, on, or over that line. His left heel must have been over that line because it wasn't on the line.
I also thought he kind of jumped into it. I know it's hard not to move when you've got a big guy like Jaheim Hudson, 6'7", 230, bearing down on you. I wouldn't do it. I'd run and hide. Hudson hits the free throws.
I don't know if I'd be quick enough to even see him coming, let alone get out of his way.
Did someone get the license plate of that truck that just ran over?
Exactly.
12-point lead, Panthers.
They're definitely taking away Forrest's right hand, or trying to anyway.
Having trouble with the dribble, 10 on the shot clock, gives it up finally to Gregory, to Delp. Delp trying to pass through the lane. Almonacci gets it, got a fire with 1 on the shot clock, and it must have hit the... Under 9 to go, 10-point lead Panthers. Winner plays in the championship game tomorrow. Rematch of last year's championship game right here on this court.
Panthers have had a big lead. You get this down to 6 or 7,
Wow.
Ooh, good shot. I was going to say the heat goes back on the Panthers, but that was a big time shot by Justin Roberts.
Some finesse right there. Roberts, who went over 1,000 career points in the game last night against Arkansas State, has only 2 today. That was a big one, though. Gregory in the paint. There's a double over there. Almonacci hits the three-pointer.
Get him going. It does nothing but help your chances, but you got to make stops at this end if you're the Mountaineers.
Lead is 9. That's the second 3 for Almonacci in this game.
The thing I love about the Panthers is, yeah, they'll run down the floor and fly by it, but they're very patient when they need to be.
Hudson lobs up top. The lob was too strong for Thomas. Delp, three-pointer, buried it.
Boy, he didn't get much of a look on that spin, but big-time maker.
Lead down to 6. Delp with 3 threes now. He's got 19.
Everybody can shoot. Great coaches want makers. That was a maker right there.
Hudson right towards the rim and missed it. Diving for the loose ball, and
Ball hit out of bounds anyway in the black area.
it's an exercise in futility nonetheless, because it can't be reviewed and overturned. We can just look at it. Six-point lead, Georgia State. Under 7.5 to go. Williams being guarded by Monesi. Off the rim, so Seme trying to keep it alive, and Duhart grabs the rebound.
Great job by Duhart to fight Elios Sesemi for it. Look out.
Now Monesi, a good look at the three. You can't let him look at the basket that long. Lead down to 3. 9-0 run for the Mountaineers. Williams back into the paint. Thomas up close. Rebound, so Seme had his shot blocked by Duhart. Moore got it and muscled it in.
Good job by Moore there. Duhart did get Sesemi shot. Great effort, just great effort on the glass.
Full court pressure for the Panthers off the make. They'll pick it up man to man. 5-point lead, Georgia State. Delp for 3. Oh my goodness!
Now Monesi and Delp show right here. That was a quick release too.
4 threes for Delp. He has 22. App is down 2.
Oh, if he let that one go.
Allen dishes to Thomas, gets it back. That's a 3 for Allen off the rim. App comes down the floor, a chance to tie or take the lead.
You better guard number 5 in the corner.
Almonacci for the lead off the iron.
He wanted that one too. That one wasn't a bad shot. I mean, he just hit his last one from the other side.
He gets so much incredible arc on all of his shots.
He does.
Like moon balls.
Let's get off Sesemi. He's not going to shoot it out there. He's going to pass it.
Thomas outside the foul line. Rebound, Almonacci. Again, a chance to tie or take the lead for App. Gregory in the paint to Duhart.
That's who wants it.
Now they get it in the right guy's hands.
That's who wants it.
Delp working against Colin Moore. Gets him in the paint, the floater. Rebound, so
Wow.
Seme.
Talk about cleaning the boards.
10 boards for him. He's got a double-double again. Allen scoops it to Thomas, who finishes it. Full court pressure.
Coach called during the timeout at the.
Almonacci gets it to Forrest.
Got Thomas on him.
Got a mismatch there. Oh, Soseme came out of nowhere to block it. And then it's saved by Corey Allen.
What a timing block, and kept it in bounds.
Two great plays by Soseme and then by Allen. Williams, Thomas at the elbow. And foul's going to be called on the play on App on the floor. Has been decided by double digits.
You look at the 8 seed, they beat 1 and they beat 4 to get to this point.
So Seme missed the front end of the 1-and-1. He's got 12 points, 10 rebounds, 3 block shots. Forrest calling for it.
Oof.
Pass to the corner and nobody's there. I think it was Gregory that was the intended target.
And he cut to the basket, probably thinking a shot was going up, but I don't know if he could have caught it if he was standing there. It was a bullet. Great athletes have lousy memories. Forget it. Play defense.
Can't afford mistakes late in the game like this. Rogers got challenged, and
Duhart got a piece of it, but I think
was he out of bounds?
Yeah, he pirouetted over the
right?
baseline.
Yeah.
No foul. Boy's had a bunch of blocks.
He's got 3 of them, to be exact.
Most of the time he blocks it, Soseme catches it.
9 on the shot clock for the Panthers. 3 to go in the game. Roberts step back over Almonacci, and over the back Jalen Thomas going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be number 2 on him, just the 6th team foul. So App not shooting the bonus yet. Next one they will.
Watch Roberts' athleticism to get away from the defense. There's the shot, and then a really good rebound.
I mean, they could have called Roberts for the foul. He has a big leg kick on his jump shot, made contact. They didn't choose to call that. Jalen Thomas, his foul was evident.
And he is guarding the basketball.
Gregory dribbles up top. 2:40 to go.
I like that little ghost screen there. Ooh, they had the backdoor cut.
Delp with 5 on the clock. Delp to Gregory with 2 on the clock. Got to shoot. Beat the buzzer off the iron. Duhart, the offensive rebound, got tied up. And the possession arrow in favor of the Mountaineers, and they'll get a fresh 20 to work with.
It was so close for Delp. It almost went in. Duhart's really doing a job against a big-time, powerful Elio Soseme inside.
He's had a solid game. 5 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Delp off the iron. Duhart gets another offensive rebound. Tried to bounce it in the paint. Almonacci ends up with it. Forrest, oh my goodness.
Duhart and James Lewis Jr. in together because Forrest isn't in there. Gonna put ice on it right now. They're putting ice on us.
Lead is 2. Corey Allen on offense. Under 2 to go in the game. Roberts tosses it up there. Battle for it. Duhart couldn't save it. Touched it last. 9 on the shot clock for the Panthers.
Soseme and Roberts fighting for it. Or Soseme and Duhart fighting for it off the Mountaineers.
As this game turns into a rock fight in the final minutes, App has missed their last 5 shots, and the Panthers have missed their last 4.
Mountaineers not a big fast break team. Send everybody to the defensive glass. Just go get it.
9 on the shot clock. Williams the inbounds. Five on the clock. Allen drew contact on Delp. And that's going to be 3 free throws for Allen.
And that's exactly how many seconds are left on the shot clock. 3. kind of stuck on the sideline there. He looked at the clock at the other end.
Yeah,
Shot fake.
You can see the look of dejection on Adrian Delp's face as he hangs his shoulders. He knows he made a big mistake right there.
You know you're probably not going to block that, but you're so competitive to bother the shot. And he bumped him.
4 fouls on Delp. 2 more free throws for Allen. He has 21. 6 rebounds, 8 assists. What a game for him. Now it's a 4-point lead. Eads, who can bomb the 3, checks in for the Mountaineers.
Exactly why he's in there. Took James Lewis Jr. out. They need offense, make or miss with this one.
Allen to try to give the Panthers a 5-point lead with 1:42 to go. And he does.
Made them all.
Two-possession game.
Boy, he just, Duhart just slipped right where the fall was. I hope that floor is dry.
Delp working against Williams. Shot clock at 13. Delp gets in the paint, hangs, missed it. Rebound, Panthers. Jalen Thomas. Big possession right here.
Panthers going to take their time.
Mountaineers need a stop badly.
Stopping a defensive board.
7 on the clock. Allen, spin move, fading away. You hit it. Huge shot by Corey Allen. Gives him 25 in the game. Lead is 7.
Enormously big shot. Score here in a timeout by the Mountaineers. They got to score first.
Almonacci to Eads. Missed the 3. Rebound, Duhart threw it out of bounds.
He tried to stop him from getting it, but he gets it. They got to foul him.
Corey
what a
Allen
cut.
gets it on the break and lays it in. Might be a backbreaker right there.
The freshman Harkham just got fooled big time.
Three-pointer, nailed it. How about Harkham coming in off?
5-second call is the best, but that's tough to do.
Roberts gets it into Allen. There's the foul. Clock still running. They're going to have to go back and check that. That clock ran extra time right there.
They didn't see it. Coach Kern should tell them that.
At least I thought that it did. Let's see, did the clock run extra time after the whistle? There's, well, let's see, the hand goes up right there.
Sure did.
Maybe not.
Close.
No, it coincided with the arm going up at 24.8.
Yeah, that's it. It's not when the whistle blows, it's when the hand goes up to cause the foul, or to call the foul, I should say.
So they got it right. Allen hits the free throw. New career high for him. He scored Georgia State's last 8 points. 28 for him.
What a night. But you said it earlier, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, plus all the points. Responsible for a ton of points for his team.
Another one right there, 29. 8-point lead for App. They got to score in a hurry and got to score in some bunches. Delp rises up. That's a 3, and he nailed it. Mountaineers. Inbounds, hasn't come in yet. And they get it to Williams. He gets fouled by Duhart. That'll put Kane Williams at the foul line.
It's the hardest thing to do in basketball is stop somebody from throwing the ball in bounds, but that was kind of the only shot they had unless Georgia State misses these free throws.
Well, Kane Williams did miss 3 free throws last night. He's 1 for 2 at the line tonight, but normally great free throw shooter. As we've told you before, he's the all-time free throw maker in Panthers history. Number 3 all-time scorer in Panthers history. Came in with 1,559 career points.
It's a pretty good history when the left-hander was there as well. Coach Drizel at Georgia State.
Yes, indeed. 7-point lead, 14.7 to go. Delp, another launch. Rebound Thomas, and that should do it. Almonacci fouled him trying to swipe the ball away. Stops the clock with 5.9, but now the math totally against App State. Math and time. And Georgia State is going to advance in all likelihood to the final to play the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns tomorrow night. Boy, have they had some battles in the Sun Belt tournament. And now a spot in the NCAA tournament will be in the balance when they meet again. They met the final week of the regular season, and the Ragin' Cajuns put up a good fight, but the Panthers beat them in Atlanta in the last game of the regular season.
Half court right there. Coriel and Almonacci shaking hands for a couple seconds ago. Great sportsmanship.
Almonacci, final shot of the season for App, hit it. Gonna cut it to